If you're over 60 and living with arthritis, mornings can feel like a challenge before the day even begins. The simple act of getting out of bed becomes a routine of bracing for pain. Knees that don't want to bend, fingers that feel stiff and swollen, hips that ache before your feet hit the floor. You might laugh it off, say it's just aging, but deep down, it doesn't feel normal. It feels like your body is working against you. You're not alone in this. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, more than 58 million Americans live with diagnosed arthritis. And among adults aged 65 and older, the rate is nearly 50%. Even more troubling, nearly 1 in 4 adults with arthritis say it severely limits their ability to do basic activities like walking, cooking, even getting dressed. And that's what makes this disease so cruel. It doesn't just affect your joints, it affects your confidence, your independence, and your sense of self. You start avoiding the stairs. You turn down invitations. You sit more, move less, and slowly lose pieces of the life you used to enjoy. I've had patients break down in my office, not because of sharp pain, but because of the slow, frustrating loss of movement, routine, and identity. Doctor, they say, I just want to wake up and not dread the day, and I hear them, truly. Now, here's what most people don't realize. Some of the most effective anti-inflammatory tools aren't found in a pharmacy, they're already in your kitchen. In fact, there's one spice in particular that's been used for centuries in traditional medicine, and modern science is now confirming its powerful role in calming inflammation and supporting joint health. In the rest of this video, I'm going to show you 3 easy turmeric-based recipes, not just for flavor, but for real relief. They're simple, natural, and deeply nourishing. If you've tried pills, creams, or expensive treatments and still feel stuck, this might be the shift your body has been waiting for. And if you're new here and you want more trustworthy science-backed guidance to take care of your joints, your health, and your peace of mind, consider subscribing. It's free, it's gentle, and it helps more people like you find hope again. If your joints feel the worst in the morning, you're not imagining it. Overnight, your body cools down, blood flow slows, and inflammation settles into your weakest spots. That's why so many people with arthritis wake up stiff, swollen, and frustrated before the day even starts. But what if your first sip of the day could begin reversing that damage? This turmeric smoothie isn't just a trendy health drink. It's a science-backed morning ritual designed to fight inflammation before it gains momentum. Let's break it down. Turmeric contains curcumin, a natural compound proven to block inflammation at the source. It interferes with molecules like NF-kappa B, which are responsible for triggering pain and swelling in your joints. When curcumin steps in, it quiets these signals, allowing your body to heal instead of inflame. Several clinical studies have shown that curcumin, taken consistently, can reduce arthritis symptoms as effectively as some common anti-inflammatory drugs, but with far fewer risks. One 2021 review found that participants with knee osteoarthritis who took curcumin daily reported reduced pain, improved mobility, and better overall joint function within weeks. And this was achieved through food-based sources, not pills. But there's a catch. On its own, turmeric isn't well absorbed by the body. That's why this smoothie includes black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that boosts curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. This tiny pinch makes a massive difference in how much your body can actually use. The smoothie also brings in other joint-loving ingredients. Banana adds potassium, which supports muscle function and fluid balance. Pineapple offers a natural enzyme called bromelain that helps reduce swelling. Ginger brings another layer of anti-inflammatory power and supports digestion, helping your body process nutrients more efficiently. Spinach or kale delivers magnesium and vitamin K2 nutrients essential for maintaining healthy bones and preventing cartilage breakdown. And flax or chia seeds provide omega-3 fatty acids, which act like internal joint lubrication, helping to ease movement and reduce stiffness over time. Blend all of these with unsweetened almond milk or coconut water, and you've got more than just a drink. You've got a therapeutic combination of nutrients working together to give your joints a calm, supportive start to the day. One of my patients, Angela, she's 64, started drinking this every morning after struggling for years with stiff hands. She told me it wasn't dramatic, but one morning I picked up my coffee mug and realized I didn't wince. That's what healing can look like, not instant, but steady, meaningful progress. The real beauty of this smoothie is consistency. When you drink it daily, even 3 to 5 times a week, you begin building a natural defense against chronic inflammation. You give your body a head start before the day's stress and movement begin to take their toll. Next, we'll explore an evening remedy, a warm turmeric and ginger soup that continues this healing cycle while your body winds down at night. But this smoothie, this quiet little breakfast routine, might be the first true turning point for your joints. After a long day of trying to move through pain, your joints deserve more than rest. They deserve nourishment that helps them recover. That's what this turmeric ginger soup offers. It's not just warm comfort in a bowl. It's inflammation support, backed by real science. Turmeric contains curcumin, a polyphenol that's been shown to downregulate pro-inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha, 1-beta, and IL-6. These are the very molecules responsible for swelling, stiffness, and the long-term damage arthritis causes in your joints. A 2016 randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that patients with osteoarthritis who took 1.0 mg of curcumin daily for 8 weeks experienced significant improvements in joint pain and physical function compared to placebo. Ginger, meanwhile, contains gingerol's natural compounds that work similarly to COX-2 inhibitors, the same mechanism as common NSAIDs. A study published in Arthritis and Rheumatology showed that participants who consumed concentrated ginger extract experienced a 40% reduction in knee pain after just 6 weeks. Unlike NSAIDs, ginger doesn't irritate the stomach lining or increase blood pressure, making it a safer, long-term option for many seniors. Now combine these two in one soothing, digestible soup, delivered in the evening, right when your body prepares for overnight repair. It's not just convenient, it's strategic. The recipe starts with olive oil, which supports the absorption of curcumin since curcumin is fat-soluble. Pairing it with healthy fats helps transport it where it's needed most. Onions and garlic add quercetin and sulfur compounds, both known to reduce joint inflammation and support immune balance. Carrots offer beta-carotene, which protects joint tissue from oxidative stress. Spinach or kale add magnesium and vitamin K for bone integrity. And the final touch, a squeeze of lemon juice, stimulates gentle detoxification and balances the flavors beautifully. This soup is light, warming, and easy on digestion. Unlike heavier dinners that can cause bloating or disrupt sleep, this meal calms your system while quietly supporting joint recovery. Your body does most of its tissue repair between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Giving it anti-inflammatory nutrients before sleep is like handing your immune system the right tools to rebuild rather than inflame. One patient of mine, Thomas, age 72, had lived with morning stiffness for over a decade. After 5 nights of trying this soup, he came back with something I'll never forget. He said, "For the first time in years, I didn't have to sit on the edge of the bed and wait for my legs to catch up. That kind of progress doesn't come from just wishing things were better. It comes from small, intentional changes done consistently." And when you pair this nighttime soup with the turmeric smoothie we discussed earlier, you're creating a full 24-hour cycle of joint support. It's not magic, it's simple biochemistry applied through food. Up next, I'll show you the final piece of this healing trio, a golden turmeric milk that not only relaxes your body, but helps you sleep deeper and longer, giving your joints even more time to heal. As the evening quiet settles in, imagine a moment of healing that's as gentle as it is powerful, a cozy mug of golden turmeric milk. This is not just a nighttime ritual, it's nourishment, science, and rest blended into one. Let's talk about why this matters. Curcumin, the main active ingredient in turmeric, has been tested in well-structured clinical research involving people with knee osteoarthritis. In multiple trials, taking curcumin led to significant reductions in joint pain and stiffness effects comparable to common anti-inflammatories, yet with far fewer side effects. One study even found that people experienced similar improvements in mobility as those taking standard medications, but without the stomach upset those drugs often bring. But healing doesn't come from curcumin alone, it's about how your body can absorb it. Curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own. Pairing it with black pepper makes a huge difference. One study showed combining them increases curcumin absorption nearly 2,000%. Adding a bit of fat like ghee or coconut oil helps even more, because curcumin dissolves in fat. That's why this golden milk is more than a warm drink. It's a carefully crafted delivery system for healing. The other part of the secret is the warm milk itself. Dairy or plant-based milk contains tryptophan and natural compounds that gently guide your mind toward relaxation. That's important because sleep is when your body does its deepest repair, especially for inflamed joints. When curcumin arrives in your system at this time, it has a direct window to calm inflammation and support recovery. One of my patients, Grace, recently shared what this ritual did for her. At 68, she struggled nightly with hip and knee aching that kept her from sleeping. Within a week of drinking golden turmeric milk before bed, she started falling asleep more easily. More importantly, she woke up with noticeably less stiffness. It wasn't a dramatic breakthrough, it was a healing whisper that her body had forgotten it could listen to. When this evening comfort is paired with your morning turmeric smoothie and your turmeric ginger soup, you create a balanced healing rhythm. It isn't about chasing quick fixes. It's about inviting healing at every part of the cycle, from dawn through dusk. You're layering nourishment, consistency, and kindness toward yourself. Next, we'll build on this by learning how to make these 3 recipes, smoothie, soup, and milk, into sustainable, gentle habits. Because true healing thrives in simple routines, nurtured with patience. Now that you've learned the 3 turmeric-based recipes, the morning smoothie, the evening soup, and the golden milk, it's time to take the next step, turning knowledge into healing. Because while these remedies are powerful, the true magic only happens when they become part of your daily life. One of the biggest challenges I hear from my patients isn't about believing turmeric works, it's about making it work consistently. Arthritis doesn't take days off, and neither should your support system. That's why we need to build simple, doable habits around these recipes, habits that fit your energy, your schedule, and your kitchen. The first thing I recommend is choosing one recipe to start with. It doesn't matter whether it's the smoothie, the soup, or the milk. What matters is making one change sustainable before adding another. If mornings are when your pain feels worst, the smoothie is a great place to begin. You can even prepare freezer bags in advance with pineapple, banana, spinach, turmeric, and ginger, so all you have to do is blend in the morning. It turns a 5-step recipe into a 1-minute routine. If your evenings are more peaceful and you're seeking a way to wind down, start with the golden milk. The ingredients are simple and shelf-stable. Once you've made it 3 or 4 times, your body will begin to associate the scent, the warmth, the taste with healing. That familiarity is what turns an occasional remedy into a nightly ritual. As for the soup, consider making a double batch on the weekend. Store it in glass jars in the fridge or freezer, and reheat gently when your joints feel inflamed or when cooking feels too overwhelming. I've had patients tell me that just knowing the soup is there helps them stay committed to eating in a way that supports healing even on tough days. But the most important part isn't the recipe, it's the rhythm. Healing compounds like curcumin don't work like painkillers. You don't feel a sudden rush of relief after one serving. Instead, they accumulate. They build. That's why most clinical studies show real changes after 3 to 8 weeks of regular intake. Think of each sip and each bite as a drop filling the reservoir of your recovery. And if you miss a day, that's okay. What matters is that you come back the next day. This isn't about perfection. It's about persistence with compassion. I want you to imagine your daily routine like a quiet conversation with your body. The smoothie says, "I see you. Let's protect you today." The soup says, "Let me take the pressure off your joints." The golden milk says, now it's time to heal while you rest. One moment at a time. One recipe at a time. You're no longer just living with arthritis, you're supporting your body and rising above it. In the next and final part, I'll leave you with a message I hope stays with you. That your healing is not behind you. It's still ahead, waiting to unfold. If you've made it this far, I want to pause and say something simple but deeply true. Thank you. Thank you for staying with me through this journey, not just through turmeric recipes and science, but through a conversation about your body, your pain, and your hope. We've explored how arthritis can quietly steal from your life, your sleep, your movement, your confidence. But we've also seen how something as small as a seed, a root, a warm sip can begin to give it back. I know how discouraging it can feel to wake up in pain. I've seen how inflammation can wear down more than just joints. It wears down joy, energy, and trust in your own body. But I also know this. Healing isn't about one big breakthrough. It's about small, quiet choices that stack up over time. Every turmeric smoothie in the morning is a vote for protection. Every spoonful of soup in the evening is an act of kindness to your joints. Every sip of golden milk at night is a message to your nervous system. It's okay to let go now. That's how real healing begins. Not overnight, not perfectly, but patiently, with consistency, with love, with food that honors what your body has been through. And you deserve that. You deserve to wake up without bracing for the first step. You deserve to walk through your day without dreading the stairs. You deserve to move through the world with confidence, not caution. Whether you're 60 or 85, your joints still listen to what you give them, and they can still respond. I hope you carry these recipes not just in your kitchen, but in your mindset. That you see turmeric not just as a spice, but as a tool. That you feel empowered to say, I can do something about this. I can help myself heal. And if today is your first step, I'm honored to be part of it. If you found this video helpful even in a small way, please consider subscribing to the Golden Health channel. It's a simple way to stay connected to science-backed, natural tools for aging with strength, clarity, and peace. And by subscribing, you also help others people just like you find this message of hope. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. And never forget, you deserve to live pain-free.